Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here. Welcome back to another reaction videos, and today we are going to be reacting to the Whitesnake 3 teaser trailer. This is by Nicolas Zanancia, which obviously officially released by Lightchaser Animation Studios, I did not expect to see a Whitesnake 3 trailer, because I thought that, well, there hasn't been any big announcement on the project yet, and I feel like I think Lightchaser is still talking about the new movie, New Ghost, Young Gen or something. I haven't watched that, so I have nothing to comment on that, But yeah, I certainly excited to see that they're actually doing a Whitesnake 3, and the teaser is here. So without further ado, so start the trailer, shall we? There she is, Shelby. Whitesnake 3 Floating Life. Yeah, like I said, it's only a teaser, so it's short, but it's certainly interesting that now we're getting a third movie. Is exciting, but yeah, I didn't expect to see this setting here. This is like the setting from the first movie, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like the Tang Dynasty, I don't know who's calling Shelby here or whatever. I mean, it's the same. I'm assuming it's Asian, maybe. I don't know, like based on the voice. But yeah, I like how Xiaobei does this this classic turn. I think this might be a callback to the ending of the first movie, where Xiaobei is like, looking back to Asian for the first time in the when he was reincarnated, like many hundreds of years later. But yeah, this is interesting though. So like, she's basically wearing the same outfit from the first movie. Um, so this is not a direct sequel to Whitesnake 2, which I'm fine, to be honest, because again, I'll be honest, I'm not the person who loved Whitesnake 2. I know some people love it, and that's fine. But for me, I just found that movie to be disappointing because it's so needlessly complicated for no reason, And I don't really care for any of the characters because they just like come and go. And to be fair, there is so many characters, and having the idea of like Xiaobai, you know, get reincarnated several times. I don't really like that, because I feel like Xiaobai should just be Xiaobai. And I get it that the studio tried to do something new, and I appreciate that. But I feel like in Whitesnake 2, they're going a bit too far. So I don't know. I think this might be Ashan who call, Xiaobai. Kind of sounds like him, but it might be someone else. But yeah, it's nice to see Xiaobai again. It seems like she's gonna be the main character once again. Because again, even though Xiaoqing was fine in the second movie, I actually like Xiaoqing way more in the first movie. Because I feel like in the first movie, Xiaoqing is like, it's like a sassy character, and then obviously still hates human. And the weird reason is that I actually like her in the first movie way more than the second one. Despite the second one should be like, she should know that, yeah, Xiaobai love Ashan, and that, that is love, that is romance, and that's fine, that's romantic, but in the second movie, nah, she's like kind of obnoxious, in some way. Like this stuff that he says about, like, I hate, like, you have to take care of yourself, you can't trust anybody. It's just like, okay, cool, yeah, sure. But now I'm really excited to see that we actually having Xiaobai back. She's in her old costume, so I think this might be a prequel to Whitesnake 2, but the sequel to Whitesnake 1, but not necessarily I don't think we're counting the ending here, because I feel like the from the first movie, because I feel like Xiaobai is, again, she's wearing an old outfit, and if you guys remember from the first movie, Xiaobai is actually wearing a different outfit, which is like a reference to the 90s, Whitesnake TV show, because that TV show was so popular. So obviously the studio, or like the directors, obviously they tried to pay homage on that. But in this one, she's literally wearing the same outfit from the first movie. So I think we might be getting a sequel in the time frame where Ashan might be, still in the process of reincarnation, and maybe during that hundreds of year time frame, we get to see Xiaobai doing, like, I don't know, adventures or something. I don't know what's gonna be the story, and it's called Floating Life, which I'm not really sure what to make of that, because I feel like this Whitesnake movie, they have reincarnation, obviously about life and death, heavens and hell, so what does that mean? Does it mean we get a movie took place in a limbo or something? I don't think that's gonna happen, but again, I know that's a terrible theory. I'm sorry. But if you guys have any theory what it means for floating life, do you guys have any theory why it was titled that way? Because there is a reason why it was titled that way, obviously. So let me know your theories in the comment section below, guys. And yeah, I guess my hopes for the movie for Whitesnake 3 is that I'm hoping we get to see a romance, but then again, if it was took place in between the time where Ashen is still reincarnated, then I don't think we're gonna get a romance there. But at the same time, someone is calling her here, so that might be Ashen. So I don't know what's happening here. Are we gonna see like their takes on the original storyline again, because I feel like that would be unnecessary if they're just adapting the original folklore again, because it's been adapted so many times throughout the decades, like live action movie, the TV series from the 90s, and then the recent one, the Green Snake movie with Maggie Cheung. So like there's so many White Snake movie adaptation. I don't think we need to see another adaptation for that by Light Chaser Studios, because obviously their goal is to try and make something different. And I feel like the third one, they have to do something different here, but I don't know what it is. You know, I'm glad that it was took place in the Tang Dynasty, I'm assuming, but it might be another dynasty. I'm sorry, but it certainly took place in the old China, the old dynasty instead of like the modern one. Why is it to go to a modern one and it is terrible? Like it completely loses its identity because every single movie has its identity, and Whitesnake identity is a tragic romance. So I feel like in the third one they might retry to do that, but I have no idea, because I feel like Asian might be involved in this movie, but if it was involved, then that means it might be the depiction for the original folklore, which I'm not really excited if they decide to do that because we already seen the ending of the original folklore in the second movie. It starts with Xiaobai and Xiaoqing fighting Fahai, that's the ending of the original folklore. We know how it's gonna end. I'm really hoping that it's not like like a prequel to that, because it's just like we know how it ends, it's no longer fun, so I'm really hoping that this is a completely something new. This sequel could just took place in the modern world and maybe they involve some, I don't know, time travel shenanigan or something like that. I have no idea because they certainly the studio certainly hasn't not afraid to do something completely out of the book, like look at the second movie, One Snake 2, like it's completely different, it's completely crazy, it doesn't make any sense, and I guess you could explain what actually happened there, but my interest is not really that high because it's just super complicated. So I'm really hoping that the third movie doesn't overcomplicate itself, it should just tell a simple story. You could go big but also simple, that's the key for a good Whitesnake movie in my opinion. That's why the first movie works so well for me and so many people. But yeah, this is certainly exciting, and of course, I forget the action sequences. I really, really wanted to see a good action sequences in the third movie because the action sequences the action in the second one is not that great if I'm being honest, because like it's just them chasing around or like riding a car, it's like Mad Max, so it's like it's no longer Whitesnake, because what makes the first Whitesnake movie action so great is because Xiaobai and then Xiaoqing is turning into this white snake, their snake demon form, like the half one, and then they're fighting this little general character. And to me, that's like one of the greatest fight scene ever in animated history because every single fight scene is well choreographed in the first movie, and it's unique because they are turning into a snake demon, which is what they are, and they're fighting in their snake demon form, and they're using magic, so that's why the first one is so much better than the second one in terms of the action and honestly everything else, if I'm being honest, like I want to see that in the third one, so like in the third one I'm hoping we get to see Xiaobai and Xiaoqing turning into their snake demon form and they fight something together, just like the first movie. Give me that. That's what I wanted, not the Mad Max bullshit from the second movie. I'm sorry for people who like the second movie, but it's just not for me, man. It's just if you guys want to watch my review, then it's available. I don't like that movie. I really don't. The only good thing about White Snake 2, I said it again, is the Fox Demon. I'm curious to see if the Fox Demon appear in this movie. She probably will because she's such a popular character. But yeah, either way, that's my I guess reaction and breakdown and then prediction for White Snake 3 and hopes. This is probably a long video. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just like I'm excited to see White Snake 3. I really do. And I have some hopes for it, I'm hoping that actually happen, in terms of the action and the plot, I'm hoping this third movie is better than the second one. But I'm already confident that it's gonna be better than the second one because the setting it took like way back in the Tang Dynasty era, and then we get to see the younger version of Xiaobai. Like I mean, Xiaobai from the first movie, basically, you know. So I'm glad that we get to see her again because in the second movie she is obviously, you know, sidelined, and then Ashan was also sidelined. So I'm really hoping that we get to see the two of them as the main star for the third movie. But Xiaobai is the main star clearly because like you know the teaser is only showing her, and it's amazing to see my girl again, you know, after some times, you know. So um yeah, so again, let me know in the comment section below, guys. What do you guys think about Whitesnake 3 floating life? You know, like, do you guys have any theory why it was called floating life? You know, and what do you guys think of what's gonna be the plot for the third movie? Do you think this is like a prequel to the second movie, or maybe like a secret sequel to the second movie? You know, let me know your theories and thoughts in the comment section below, guys, because I heard some people said this is like a prequel to the second movie, you know. Either way, let me know your opinions in the comment section below, guys. And again, either way, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos, you know. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos in the future, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.